气上高点儿，有没上去？哎，舅舅！哎呦，还有个飓风，哎呦，还有亚瑟，哎呦，好危险，快跑！旁边有房子，赶快找个地方溜。哎呦，不对，切过去啊，小心点，有人啊，人太多了，他都躲起来。哎呦，有小人儿。1枪、2枪、3枪、4枪、5枪、6枪、7枪、8枪，一下都没中啊！你这球有问题啊！哦呦，苍狼，小心，快跑！走，房子躲起来，苍狼没法轰的。哇，火焰喷射器！哎呦，快跑！哎呦，我的天哪！哦，还好。哎呦我去，苍狼！哎，上滑板，快板！好，榴弹炮堵一下。我来了呀！金碎星。啊，枪盾后面啊，1枪，好中，2枪，好3枪，4枪手，哎呦，我的天妈！好，非常棒啊！哎呦，我的天，至少空了3梭子，然后这个双方也是，
溜了，
非常精彩啊，非常精彩！我的妈呀，我真的是看傻了！哎呦，外面苍狼，小心！机甲，没有机甲啊，先躲一下。
是的，所以说这个东西一定要看一下自己对这个机甲的合适时机的释放。释放的好呢，这个东西就是对于自己而言是一个很大的帮助。如果要是没有释放好时机呢，它可能是一个会很影响结果的这么一个操作。
是的，但是感觉这边蓝色方是打到了先手，红色方的血量其实不是特别健康呀。
你看这一波飞机的这个弹道就已经被阿卡夏的盾完全给阻挡了。同时这里可以看出飞机的操作是很犀利的。
对，最后
可能更大一些。
感觉那一把就真的很靠运气了。
对，只能对拼了。这边也是天炬对热钢，天炬这个灵活的走位，然后不断的去利用它的主攻和副武器来回穿插。热钢相对这个地图来讲，它还是有一些法力啊。热钢的那一发就是副武器。哦，这边并没有这样选，
是先开，因为刚刚火力实在是太足了。
按理说他那个位置，刚才应该是热钢进行了2到3次的一个主武器射击之后会接一发副武器，应该是还等了一下。哎，他是抵挡了热钢的爆裂冲击，然后被热钢的副武器打到了。但是阿卡夏他现在还是比较灵活的，他并没有选择跟热钢一拼，而是一直在拉开距离打拉扯。
是的，
这边也是选择了核心2，然后在抵挡伤害后呢，会对自身进行一个生命值上的恢复。
到了阿卡夏，然后这里的话是阿卡夏盾挡住了水幕伤害，然后翻滚上高点拖一下时间，等他盾过，然后翻到后面直接打一发不出，阿卡夏只剩半血。哦呦，这下阿卡夏有点悬，哎呦，一发离子炮暴露了自己的位置，那么火流星极有可能会在阿卡夏，所以就看阿卡夏能打多少血量的。如果哎呦只中了一下的火流星刚破盾，哎呦旁边这个离子炮就难受了呀，直接被收掉。而这个时候的话，这个雨桐才刚刚飘起来，扔了个自走雷，哇天，这就难受了。火流星直接成功双杀，收掉人的准确来说是3杀。 好，这里啾啾，然后一个战术技能，还好，两个人服务器上高点儿，没有没上去，哎，啾啾，哎呦，哎呦，哎呦，哎呦，还有个飓风，哎呦，还有亚瑟，哎呦，好危险，好危险，快跑，快跑，快跑，快跑！旁边有房子，赶快找个地方溜。哎，不对，切个去啊，小心点，小心有人啊，人太多了，他要躲起来。哎，有小人儿，一枪、两枪、三枪、四枪、五枪、六枪、七枪、八枪，一下都没中啊！你这球有问题呀！哦呦，苍狼，小心，快跑！走，房子躲起来，苍狼没法轰的。哇，火焰喷射器！哎呦，快跑，快跑，快跑！哎呦，我的天哪！哦，还好，还好，还好。哎呦我去，苍狼！哎，上滑板，滑板。好，榴弹炮堵一下。
我来了呀！
金碎星。好，枪盾后面啊，一枪，好中，两枪，好，三枪，四枪中，哎呦，我的天妈！好，非常棒啊！哎呦，我的天，至少空了3梭子，然后这个双方也是。
溜了，
非常精彩啊，非常精彩！我的妈呀，我真的是看傻了。哎呦，外面苍狼，小心！机甲，没有机甲啊，先躲一下，躲一下。
Join us today for the Super Mecha Champions Summer Party. Pilot your glorious journey. Greetings, everyone in the audience and all mecha lovers. This is a live stream of the Super Mecha Champions Summer Tournament 2023. Entertaining matches of mecha combat up ahead. Hello everyone, I'm Spartan Cry.
Hey guys, I'm Satan Claus.
We'll be your casters for today. Now, as we all know, the Summer Championship Tournament ended last week, but this week, top players from the Chinese, Japanese, American, and Asian servers are now here combined today for some very entertaining matches.
Exactly, we've got 36 players here. I'm sure they'll perform some awesome and funny, entertaining matches. The matches include Battle Royale 3v3 mode, representing each server winner, as well as the Train Rush 5v5 mode, with randomly choose teams. We're truly looking forward to today's matches.
Oh, absolutely. I'm looking forward to see my favorite mech out there, Arthur, as well as what squads decide to use in terms of what they think will win.
I'm excited to see some of the new mecha that have been introduced, like Death Knell, Gorilla Hunter. You got as well the brand new mecha Lancelot, which has been introduced. So that would be really interesting to see. I wonder if we're gonna get that. Who's your favorite mecha? You said Arthur?
Yeah, absolutely. You know it. Now, let's have a brief introduction of the matches we have up ahead. To the rules of Summer Championship Tournament. The match is divided into 2 modes, the Battle Royale mode, all of our personal favorites, and the new mode, Train Rush, which will be seen in a competitive format for the first time. In the Battle Royale mode, a points-based ranking system is utilized, featuring a total of 3 rounds of competition. Points are awarded based on survival and the number of players eliminated. It's important to note that eliminating a player earns 1 point, while Mecha Destructions give you absolutely nothing. Ultimately, the top 3 teams in points will each receive corresponding crystals and title rewards. For the Train Rush game mode, a single round win-or-lose format is adopted, where 10 players are randomly divided into 2 teams for a 5v5 confrontation. The winning team will receive a reward of a massive reward of 500 crystals to spend as they like.
As you can see here, these are the modes that the players will participate their matches in and have their fights. So we've got the Night mode, the Bounty Hunter, the Grand Belm, and the Train Rush in those orders. I can't wait to see some awesome battle.
Some very beautiful maps. Now here
So
we
we've
have
got here
some
the
star players.
Yep, they got the Chinese server player with 4.46 mecha destructions, 7.64 pilot kills. That's going to be really effective in these BR modes. 20,000 damage, that's insane with mechas, and 2,000 damage with pilot. That's also pretty crazy to see. And here we have my fellow player from Asia. His name is Saber. We've got 3.55 mecha destructions, 8 pilot kills on average. He's a real good pilot killer. He kills many teams all by himself, so we'll see that hopefully. 14 mecha destructions, 23 highest kills, 17,000 mecha damage, but that's not too high, but he's pretty good with mobility, so I hope to see that, especially with his Arthur.
Absolutely. Next up, we have a Japanese representative with an average of 6.06 pilot kills, which will be the difference between winning and losing this match, since Mecha Destructions, no matter how high that damage may be, with an impressive 23k average Mecha damage, that's not going to help you very much if you don't get those pilot kills. He's playing Andromeda, Hot Steel, and Kuma as his mains. We'll see how that stacks up. Next, we have my dear friend Kingslayer from the United States North American server, with an average of 5.76 pilot kills and a rather low damage of mecha damage, 12k, stacking up against his highest kills of 20. Like we said, pilot kills are going to be the winning factor in this, and once again with an Andromeda Hot Steel, third Firestar expertise will be interesting to see on the field. Good luck, buddy.
Okay. So, what do we think? What mechas are going to be used? I think Arthur.
Oh boy. Absolutely,
probably,
Arthur. I'm thinking some meta mechs like Arthur, Pulsar, maybe Neutron Star. I'm hoping to see some sniper gameplay. Oh, and like you said, Death Knell, but back to sniper gameplay. Gabriel, Snow Mirage, and Raven. You know, I'm looking forward to seeing some professional Raven players out there running the field, see how they do, because it's such a high ceiling mecha.
Yeah, I'm curious to see some of the mechas I've been seeing recently being used a lot, like Dreadwolf and Akashic. They've been used a lot, but I have to see my personal favorite, Moon Rabbit. Such a cute mecha, but such a deadly mecha. Can easily destroy mecha and also kill pilots. I love to see it when Moon Rabbit uses their secondary weapon in mid-air to try to kill a pilot that's just been destroyed. That really warms my heart.
Absolutely. Yeah.
It's such
now a little bit about yeah, a little bit about myself. I was from season 1. Looks like all the players are ready. Let's kick off the first match for the summer 2023 championship tournament immediately. The 4 regions are joining forces in this competition. We'll soon find out who emerges victorious. Stay tuned, everyone, and please enjoy the fight. Now, to answer your question, yes, I'm interested to see how professionals would do against such a blocky, large mech like Hot Steel, but of course he does have the HP to compensate for it. But the main thing I'm interested in is how professional players of this level combine so many different facets of the gameplay. You know, all the different numbers and statistics that go into each mecha can complement other mechas and environments differently. So to see how they take into account the map, the mode, and the weapons that they get from the Battle Royale aspect of the game, all combined to get the mecha selections, not even including the closing zone and mecha resets, because that always plays a huge factor.
That plays a huge factor, especially when you have like a roadblock, when you have like a certain mecha, like a Doomlight, really shutting you down, and you'd want like a high damage or like high output mecha like a Dreadwolf or a Firefox to shut them down. So that's when mecha resets really come in. And also you need to consider like the gacha. I mean, like what pilots get out of these supply crates, because a lot of them sometimes you can get like a duplicate item, and then that's a dead supply crate.
I forgot which our first mode was, but it does look like a night mode. So that brings in the heat sensors, which will allow players to not really camp or hide out as much, which hopefully makes for a very exciting final fight, wherever pop one of those and see everyone.
So you can really like track pilots down and kill them as soon as possible with the heat map. Although I feel like a lot of players at this level are more cautious to not engage unless they're like engaging fully as a team, so that not one of them gets knocked down, and then you'll have to like really fight an uphill battle at that point.
Yeah.
So how do you find it? How do you find it that both of our names have the initials SC?
I think it's a match made in SMC heaven. Already we have a mech up from Team 3. It's a Snow Mirage. It's a very interesting sniper choice, especially considering that they're going to have to...
They need to really cover him. I'm like Snow Mirage can be decent, especially like a good Snow Mirage can be decent in close range.
Oh, absolutely.
especially with that combo of like, oh, primary weapon, the secondary weapon, and then when you don't really have to aim the secondary weapon, it's almost like a shotgun.
Yeah, especially in those CQC fights, you can kind of just sling the thing, and the AOE will
Yeah,
pop.
I mean the AOE is not really the biggest factor. I feel like Snow Mirage is you have to be very precise when you're aiming at a long distance target. But like in short
Absolutely.
distances, like when the enemy covers your whole screen, you can just really like just spam the shoot button, and it's bound to hit unless the thing janks up, you know.
Yeah. Now it's very interesting. We have Team 4 stacked in one unicorn, the entire team, while we have mechs up. Oh, a whole mech fight over at Plaza Station. Looks
They're
like
aiming
Team
for that
7's
Snow
engaging with
Mirage.
Team 3. Yep, like you said, they're going to have to protect that. But he's all alone crossing the bridge over to the sports ground. I wonder if... Poor guy. Hopefully he can figure a way out of
Yeah.
this.
I mean, here we have his teammate Hurricane, I think, covering him. Hurricane does pretty decent against Arthur. So here we're gonna see the Arthur. Uh, oh, the Arthur has a neutron star teammates. It seems that this team loves to really just get in there.
Yes, that Arthur is really chasing after that Snow Mirage. I don't know if he's going to be able to get away in time.
I doubt it, especially since Arthur is a very fast mecha and Snow Mirage is not that great with mobility.
Yeah, he's
But
very good at using his verticality right there. Maybe he can use that to his advantage to trick out the Arthur. I still don't see any Team 3 members popping up in the minimap to back up this guy. Oh, it does seem like someone already died, that little green X from Green Team. Interesting fight
Green
that someone's already fighting down.
interesting.
More like an apple light, green apple.
Yeah,
Shade of
like a
green.
lime green, yeah. Snow Mirage is really camping out here, trying to avoid the Arthur.
Yeah, he does not want any of that. Oh, his teammates are fighting Team 7. There you go, they're
Interesting.
meeting back up for this full squad
Yeah,
fight.
so
That's a
that's
little more
why-
of an even match.
Yeah, now the Arthur is really trying to come and support his teammates because Hurricane does pretty decent against Neutron Star. Just because while both of them have great mobility, and there we go, the Snow Mirage is trying to get back at the Arthur that try to chase him down. This is what you get for trying to chase me down. I don't
Yeah,
go
trying to
down
pick
that
on
fight. Pick on the sniper, pick on the
Pick on the
camper.
sniper with the yeah.
You're not gonna take me down that easy.
Ooh,
Okay.
very clean, very clean.
By staking down the Michael. I find
Come on, hit
Michael
some midair
to-
shots.
Interesting. I mean, I think the pilot is using Yutong. Yeah, so it's gonna be a little bit difficult to hit those shots, just because of Yutong's air mobility. Okay, so this team has Hurricane, Neutron Star, and Arthur, all very high mobility, all very.
They're demeching to go after Team 3. They do have one member low. Hurricane's
I
not
think,
demeching.
I think he just tried
Oh,
to
Team
use,
12's third party.
I think Hurricane was just trying to use his what's it called, the Zhu Chong skin. No, the Zhu Chong mecha ability.
Oh, lightning
the
charge.
lightning strike. Yeah, the lightning strike. To get the pilots low. Okay, so
Very
one of
interesting clashes happening outside the zone in West Villa, in addition to our fight at Plaza Station. I
Oh.
can't tell if Team 5 is interested in fighting
oh,
Team
poor
2.
guy.
Oh, yes, some big fights.
Yeah, so now we have pilot, one of the attacking team of the Neutron Star, Arthur, and Hurricane. I think the Arthur now has been killed by.
Oh,
Team
no.
3. So
Personally,
So
that's why
the-
I hate demeching. I just feel like too much can go wrong when you're in your pilot form.
I completely agree. I actually prefer to use deformed cars when demeching, just because
Yes.
you have a better chance of like, oh, if they have a shotgun or if they've got like a heavy rifle. What do you think about the heavy rifle? I really like that gun, but I also hate it.
I feel like it's a pretty balanced weapon as far as we are into the development of this game. I feel like the developers really nailed it on the head in terms of fire rate versus damage. I wish it had a little more ADS potential, because it is a heavy rifle and the fire rate just doesn't make sense for a close quarters fight. But the
No,
damage, like I
I-
said, does make up for that.
I disagree. The heavy rifle, I think it's broken. I could
You
tell
think
you
it's
one
broken?
thing. Yeah, because I can tell you one thing. I've gotten like matches in which another like an enemy had a green heavy rifle, and I had a gold what's a gun shield, and they just
Oh.
the green heavy rifle just completely beats it. It's as if like the shield doesn't exist. And like I've taken down full squads just with a green heavy rifle, and they had shatter stars. It's broken in my opinion.
So I was aware that the heavy rifle was like they've been trying to find different ways to creatively counter the gun shield for a while now. Even with we've seen it since the cryo gun, but I green rifle that might that might be a little hint of a skill issue.
No. The gun shield doesn't even register. It's like it doesn't even have a shield at that point, because the green rifle just goes through the shield. The green heavy rifle.
I'm loving the Arthur gameplay right now. It looks like someone from Team 8 is fourth partying Team 12 and Team 9's fight right here.
Okay, so we've got here some, I think, Japanese players. Arthur, Neutral Star, and the new mech, Lancelot.
Lancelot.
So
I did not know
have
it
you
had that kind of verticality to it.
Oh, see, like a lot of people don't know this, but if you are charging with Lancelot, your combat skill charges up as well. So once the combat skill is fully charged up and you use it while you're running with Lancelot, you can jump up, and it does damage. It's like pretty much
There's a
like
tip to all our audience members that are looking for new tips and tricks from professional grade players like this. Hopefully, as you're watching, you can pick up a trick or two that these guys are using. They're using, I guess, would you word it as meta mechs, like with your Arthurs and your Neutron Stars? Oh, there's the Skyfall.
Arthur is definitely is a meta mech, especially in like those situations with like Summer Cup, just because everyone is so comfortable using Arthur, and at that point, like, comfort is really the key in this situation when you want to really be comfortable with the mech.
Tough for
you're
Team
using.
10.
Yeah, poor guys. I think is that all of Team 10, or I'm not quite sure, but Team 6 still has a full squad. They've got a lot of heavy mechs.
Team 6 is sitting very comfortably on top of this hill. Luckily, Zone's going to push them out so they can't sit around for too long with the Skyfall.
Yeah, the Skyfall is a disturbing mecha to deal with.
That's one way to word it.
I mean, you've got a Skyfall and a Hurricane. Missiles are coming your way.
And a Firestar. A good Firestar
Yeah.
can make quick work of anyone.
A good Firestar, but in this map that they're in right now, and like with the very like open plains, Firestar kind of struggles just because
Yes,
he's an
true.
open target.
Yes.
So we've got here a
Team
full
4 is
team of Neutron, Arthur, and Doomlight. My favorite mecha, Doomlight.
A pro using Doomlight is probably the scariest thing because Doomlight is such a easy mech, to pick up. So a
Yeah,
pro
you
using
can
it
be
really applies
very
all
comfortable.
that skill.
You can really be very comfortable using Doomlight.
I believe
Alright.
this is the squad like mecha makeup, the Arthur Neutron Star Doomlight that won the was it Asian server? The Asian server Summer Cup or Winter Cup tournament. Yes, that was it. That squad formation has won before. And so if they're sticking with that same strat, it's gonna be really interesting to see if anyone's prepared a strategy against that. And if it is, maybe we can all learn a thing about taking out good mech combinations.
Yeah, I think especially since you've got Arthur and Doomlight, where you have the Doomlight protecting the Arthur, and the Arthur paralyzing anyone that tries to get close to the Doomlight. So that's like that's our ideal team up. And the Neutron Star is in the mix, obviously, trying to grab any like loose hairs, loose
Yeah.
pilots.
Cleaning up
Okay,
very well.
we've got the Lancelot. Okay, let's see. So maybe we'll see the trick I told you about. So you're gonna charge up, and then there we go.
There we go. Nice. Yes.
So now this Doomlight, Arthur, and Neutron Star, It's not just about mecha combination. Sometimes it's just you just have to camp. Oh, you just sometimes. But here we go. Actually, they had a Doomlight, an Arthur, and a Moon Rabbit. And you know how I feel about Moon Rabbit. I love that mecha.
Very cute mech. As you've been telling me, it's apparently super overpowered in the right hands, which I'm looking forward to see from this level of players.
It takes a lot of skill, but it's very strong. It's almost like a long range Firestar because of how much damage you can do. But like also in close range you have the secondary weapon. So we were talking about how like we don't know if Arthur is going to be really used, and so far every team I've seen had an Arthur.
I'm so happy to see that, and I love seeing the cool skins. Rep Neptune. Now, as we get into these tighter zones, it looks like we still have a lot of squads left alive. I'm wondering if it's going to be a massive squad battle in the center, if a few of these squads are going to be able to eliminate. Like, it looks like Team 4 is getting really squished by Team 9 and Team 8. And that's just at Hyanga Cave. It looks like there's still a fight going on at City Hall. Oh, wow, that shield.
It's interesting because you have some teams with full team squads, like with full pilots and full everything, and then you've got some teams where you've got one player just hanging on for dear life, and
Yes.
you really can't count out the underdog because sometimes when you're really in that like Zen mode, when you're really going Super Saiyan, no one can stop you, except obviously for a Doomlight who's camping.
Except everything except for a Neutron Star Arthur Doomlight squad that has the zone.
Yeah, and we've got a Lancelot who's trying to use his shield, but then, okay, demeching to avoid being destroyed. But yeah. Oh, actually,
Ace time. There you go.
yeah, the Arthur was lucky to be destroyed then because
Yeah.
if he was destroyed any few seconds longer, this team would have had real trouble on their hands.
Yes. Now, as you saw that Lancelot decide to demech before the ace time, as you, a player, would you have taken the demech or
I
taken
would
the destruction?
I would actually
Yeah,
prefer
go ahead.
to be destroyed before ace time because, and actually sometimes some pro players, what they would do is they would force the destruction upon themselves. They would go into zone and get destroyed, so then they can have the full duration. So sometimes being destroyed is a good thing, especially when you don't have that many repairs or extended repairs. You'd take the getting destroyed any day.
But now here we are in the final few zones, and it looks like those squads we were talking about all managed to make it to this final zone where we have some huge
Yeah.
fights going on.
Full mecha durations, full pilot roster, and they're all actually on the good part of the zone where they've got jump pads on their side, and they can camp with the river on their side. But also we can't count out the Hurricane and the Skyfall with the Firestar. They've also got
Yes.
full mecha, full roster, and they can do a lot of damage, especially with the Skyfall and Firestar. Especially
I agree. Although as this squad rotates to try and take advantage of the zone, I feel like the Skyfall is going to get left behind, and even now this Firestar is trying to 1v3 Team 5. Very impressive by this player on Team 6. Thankfully he got away. I wonder if his teammates... Not there. Thankfully, I am not biased towards any of these teams.
yeah, the Skyfall is struggling because of mobility with Arthurs
Absolutely.
surrounding him all over, and you've got multiple teams with multiple Arthurs, so you can get that paralyzed very quick.
Looks like Slayer got knocked out.
Is that to be expected?
Hush.
So
Team 5 and Team 3 are still outside the zone. We got Team 8
Okay.
in a comfortable spot on Arena Sports Ground. Firestar is kind of getting ganged up on right now by a few different squads. Northern Knights. making a
Interesting,
very
and
late
Northern
appearance.
Knight, yeah.
Very interesting. He's Team 2 soloist. Let's go Northern Knight. Never mind. I'm
He's the
biased. I'm Team
underdog.
2.
He's the underdog.
Yeah.
I told
He's
you.
the underdog.
I told you.
He's too out in the open. Here's number 7 team players. Team 7's Firestar coming up.
And you know
Don't
what?
know if
He's
gonna
still
push him.
living. He's living because he's using Northern Star. He's the only Northern Star rep out here.
Yeah, we
Northern
need our-
Star is the better Doomlight. Stop
Oop,
using
there
Doom.
goes Moon Rabbit.
Oh no. No, there were like 2 moon rabbits though, so let's hope the other moon rabbit is still alive. I am biased. uh,
Bias towards mechs is that's fine. I approve of that.
okay, so we've got the Doomlight bat. Oh, there we go. My moon rabbit. Interesting. The Northern Knight is kind of like camping out here because he's the only one, and can't really blame him.
It looks like Team 5 and Team 8 are the only ones with full squad left, and we're going to the final 10. That's 6 players already. Team 2 and Team 11 are putting up a good fight.
Ah, the
Team
moon
2?
rabbit is still here.
Yeah. Wait, the other one?
No, I think
Oh,
it was the
Arthur
first one.
1v1. Oh, never mind. He's running away.
Neutron Star.
Very
I
impressive
don't know about
fight.
an Arthur 1v1 in the middle of a Summer Cup party just because there are bigger stakes on the line, you know?
That Team 5 player, Team 5 Arthur standing in the middle of those 2 squads is actually very
Okay.
interesting. I think
This
he's turned
Moon
around.
Rabbit-
Oh, Team
oh,
11, Team
Jojo.
5.
There's a Jojo out here, and he's really trying to take down Moon Rabbit. He
This
doesn't
Moon
like
Rabbit
cute
player is
kids.
very good, knows the mecha very well, as is clear. Oh, is that Team 5 sitting comfortably?
Sitting comfortably. I think, is that the Doomlight
Team
that
5, Team
changed to a
8 full
Moon
squad.
Rabbit? I'm curious, is that the Doomlight that changed to a Moon Rabbit? Because this is the roster, or
I don't
actually,
think
no,
so. Yeah, this is this squad.
this is that squad, okay. But I never saw Moon Rabbit in the beginning, so I'm curious what was that pilot, what was he piloting before? Did they use a Mecha reset or something? That would be interesting to see.
Very interesting. As we talked about earlier, it's very cool to see this final circle where everyone's made their final selections. So if they believe that this is what it takes to win this fight, I'm very interested to see why. Ooh, impressive takedown.
You know what I'm actually really curious about? What if you
What's that?
recruit another team, like another team's?
Yeah, recruit a player. Oh,
Yeah.
Neutron Star soloist. Oh, this entire squad, Team 5's mechs are down.
Interesting.
7
So,
players left.
As we kind of expected, we have a Doomlight. Okay, so
It appears like
everyone's
no
in the
mechs are
zone.
left.
as you can see, heavy rifle
Ooh.
broken.
Alright, maybe that is a little broken.
It is
I left in
quite
season
broken.
15. I don't quite remember ever using that.
Yeah, if you use a green heavy rifle, it might as well have been like a gold shatter star just because it kills people that quick.
I'm very interested to see what the audience has on your take about the green rifle.
I mean, obviously the purple rifle is better. It's like the green rifle is good enough to be like a close range weapon for anything. Ooh, explosive sniper to knock down the pilot. And this pilot is really going solo out here fighting off.
4 players left. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Rack Terry's team.
All right, congratulations to that team as they take the victory in the first match, leading the way. That was very impressive. Yeah, I loved Moon Rabbit, and that heavy rifle at the end was something whatever, you know all about that.
Yeah.
I love the Arthur fights, love the Arthur 1v1s, very, very cool. Now let's begin by taking a look at the post-match data for this game. Congratulations to the winners, 2 Ricos. Very interesting damage numbers. And of course your mecha kills. The winning combination was Arthur, Neutron Star, and Doomlight, as we talked about, and then Arthur Neutron Star, Arthur Moon Rabbit. Congratulations to Arthur for being present in all 3 teams. What do you think about that?
I think just comfort, you know.
Now we can see the points and ranking order for this round. Number 1 taking away with 18 points. Very cool and very impressive.
So that's the Japanese team at first.
Yes.
And the second, I think it's a Chinese team, and we've got third, the Asia team.
Okay. And now without further ado, let's appreciate the players' standout performances. Very good. Very good. Now stage is set for the second round. Get ready to dive into the action. We had a very good time with that first match. Hopefully it'll up the antics in the second one.
Okay. So what do you think about the second match? It's gonna be in I think that was the first one was in night mode. So we got the second match in Bounty Hunter. So what do you think about Bounty Hunter? You kind of have to track down players, and their teams are gonna protect them. Okay, the second match.
Absolutely. I believe the Bounty Hunter factor of this gameplay is going to be very interesting, as it allows you to take down, or at least know, where whole squads can be, because it marks them on the map and they'll reveal entire squads' locations. Of course, you might see a player that you don't quite want to go after so soon, or that you might know is an easy kill. And now we have another very good landing zone. Very good landing zone.
I mean, with the target, you never actually know who's the player. So, like, you don't really know. Should I go pursue that free kill and wipe out that whole squad? I mean, it's never a free kill in this tournament, just because like everyone here is very professional at this game. But like, you know what I'm saying? It's you have to like weigh your options. But
no bots in this match.
Yeah, no bots in this match. But imagine if there were just bots that you can farm.
Imagine you're in like a 3v3 final showdown match, and then a bot like trio just lights up.
or you keep like destroying a bot, or like no, but like actually mecha destructions don't count in this game mode. So like counting farm bots.
Looks like we have two squads over at Ayumi Castle. Might be an interesting showdown. They're moving around in a unicorn tank, which might be very interesting because you can hear that on your mini map. Team 12, I feel like they know they're there. Let's talk about winning strategies. So we saw from that first one, they were using interesting mecha combinations. Do you think any squad is going to make some huge adjustments in this match, or do you think they're going to try and stick to their game plan?
I feel like it's just like I said, it's really about comfort, you know. So if you're not really comfortable with the mecha that you're using, even though it is a good counter for like some other mecha, it's still like countering another mecha does not necessarily mean that you're going to defeat them, just because everyone here is so proficient. So you kind of really need to stick to comfort and stick to the game plan instead of like messing everything up. And but I'm sure some of these players have different combinations that they've discussed, where they would say like, oh, okay, if we're in a situation where we can see the map going towards a more open area, so we'll probably want to stick to more mobile mechs instead of like going Doomlight or going Hot Steel or something. While if we're going to, the map is aiming for like a more like congested area, then maybe a Firestar where we can they can just like ball inside a building, kill off a pilot or two, and then like scoot right out easily. So really, I think they've discussed these kinds of things, and they might have like different combinations, but it's ultimately about comfort.
Yes, very true. Maybe we'll see a more interesting final zone this time, like in around a CBD. Or
you know what I found interesting about that last match?
What was that?
Not a single pulsar. Not a single pulsar. That is
true. I hadn't noticed that.
I mean, I thought pulsar is quite broken. It's a very strong mecha. It's good long and short range, very mobile, can climb up buildings easily. All of these are really good things, but apparently the pros disagree. I think maybe Pulsar.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
Maybe Pulsar is not a great mech for like a team battle, or it's not a great mech because once you run out of fuel, you're kind of sitting duck. So who knows? I'm sure they've got their reasons for not using Pulsar, or maybe it's just none of them is really too comfortable with it. Although I don't know about that, just because like I've seen people using Lancelot, so how can you get comfortable this quick with a new mech that came out like what 2 days ago?
Yes, but of course we love to see that. We love to see our expectations get subverted by the professionals who obviously know what they're doing more than we do.
Yeah.
And we have a fight going on over at Plaza Station. Looks like Team 7's fighting Team 12. Probably gonna get third
Aurora.
party once again.
Okay, we never saw an Aurora in the last match, so this
Yes.
team really changed their strats. What other mecha we haven't seen? Alborada. We haven't seen a Caramel.
Did we see a Hot Steel last time?
Of course we did.
I was not paying attention.
I'm pretty sure we did. I'll change my answer to I'm pretty sure.
At least
we
not in Final Zone. I know we saw Skyfall.
Not in final zone. We saw a.
This might have been one of those moon rabbits you were talking about.
Yeah. Which one? The one that's fighting the Arthur, or no?
Or like one of the Hot Steels might have reset to Moon Rabbit.
Might be. Actually, I don't think so because the Moon Rabbit was a different player, but it might be actually. I'm not quite sure. But
oh, here we go
feel-
again. Team 12 demecking to go after a Team 7 member. Well, they might get the kills. Very much looks like they're probably gonna get away with it if this guy. Yeah, there you go.
There we go.
Very nice.
That's
Team
that's a
7 now
point.
down and enter 2.
And,
I don't see any more Team 7 players. Oh, Team 3 is facing Team 9.
Got multiple hot steals. Oh, so this team 9 is trying to camp out Team 8. Or yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So we've got a Firefox. I don't think we've seen a Firefox last match, have we?
I don't know, but we pretty much just watched those fights, this first match, so there might have been mechs running around that we hadn't noticed at first, just because they weren't getting any screen time. But now here, Firefox is definitely very much getting screen time along with Hot Steel. This looks like a tough situation. Team 3 is pretty cornered by this Doom Light. All they could run around. Oh, and in zone, so that's extra damage just piling on. You're gonna have to do something pretty quickly.
There we go. One of them is knocked. Maybe they'll
They're
make
gonna
up.
rush it. Oh, we got a mech. It's Skylark
they
in a
mech
tight
up.
zone. That's tough against the Doom Light.
I'm surprised they. Oh, or maybe he already mic'd up and as a Skylark, and then.
Oh, that might be it for Team 3.
Yeah, that might be it. Seems to be.
Rest in peace.
Oh, okay. Actually, one of them gets knocked. Did one of them get killed?
back
No,
up.
they didn't get killed. Actually, they're still alive. Interesting. So this is the. I'm pretty sure Japanese team.
Monster
I think-
Alter. I think
Yeah,
Alter's in A.
I'm not sure actually, but I think we saw them last game. I think one of them was using of course one of them was using an Arthur. Everyone was using an Arthur.
Of course, Arthur represent. Here we go, Firestar Skyfall squad again.
I want
Cornering
to see
two Team 11 players.
I want to see Death Knell.
Death Knell?
Yeah.
Yes, I forgot about that one. That one's so new
it's-
to me.
It's such a hype mecha, I think, because you get like extreme mobility, extreme damage, but like also you're very vulnerable if they find out. But like your team can really protect you from being like from another mecha hitting your what's it called, like spirit, whatever, the spirit area where it's like, oh, okay, if I get
Hey, don't ask me.
damage-
I quit in season 15.
Oh yeah, why'd you quit, by the way?
I've been playing since season 1. 15 seasons, that's 3 years of playing this game. And,
Actually,
a
I
friend of
think-
mine, we were gonna move over to a few other games, and so I'm thinking of coming back in season 20 though.
I think you'll be really surprised with the amount of changes that've been made. Because like we've got many good mecha. We've got many new good weapons. I've never seen anyone use the new weapon where it's like it's not a deformed car. It's a machine where like you build it, but then you have like a homing missile. Have you seen it? It's a golden item. It's
Yes.
just like a deformed car, but it's you kind of have to like, it's basically a campy weapon. You kind of like camp inside a building and then make it and then like try to hit others. I've never actually seen that being used. So I would be curious to see if.
Well, if you're
people-
sitting in one spot while your camera goes somewhere else, I can't imagine why no one would want to use that in a professional game.
I mean, if you're kind of like stuck in a certain building and people are trying to like hit you, and you don't have like an iron cannon, that would be a really good option. Or if
It might be a matter of whether or not you can actually boot it up in a tight space and how fast the fire rate is.
it's a poor fire rate for sure. However, it's a good, for example, let's say you're trying to hunt down a pilot who's inside a building, and you don't want to run the risk of being killed inside the building. So you can have your teammates kind of cover you while you chip away at that pilot by just like aiming the thing inside the building, because you can really aim it anywhere you want, and it's like it's really easy to hit. But I think there's like you have to weigh the risks and the return.
Absolutely, and I think that's ultimately what it is. It's just people decide that the risks outweigh the pros, and so you just end up with a mech, or not mech, but ability that's largely slept on in favor of things that can move around a little more. Although, I have to say, last time, how do you feel about Tempest in this situation? It's a very high DPS mech if you can hit all the shots.
Tempest, I would feel like it's really good in close quarters. I don't think it's a great mecha in just in long range. Like sure, if you hit all the shots with the secondary weapon, you can get more shots. However, you can also very easily dodge the shots. So like that's missed opportunity. And then like if you're kind of like left exposed because the mobility isn't that great. Like sure, the walking speed is good, however the actual like vertical mobility is just one dash. I think you know what I think is a great mecha for BR is Akashic, and I'm surprised I haven't seen it.
Might be another thing about mobility.
No,
Oh, it looks like
has-
this Team 1 soloist getting pushed by Team 10.
Yeah,
Full-on
he's
Michael
pretty
and
low.
Arthur. Fighting
pretty
zone, that's
low.
a tough. Oh,
And
they
he's
got him.
knocked
There you
down.
go.
Yeah.
28
Um,
players left, going not too tough of a zone, so we still got a little bit more to go, but we've seen pretty much the same mechs, right? We've seen
Yeah.
a new Firefox, a new Hot Steel, and
And no pulsar.
no Pulsar. Sorry, buddy. Lots of Arthurs, though.
I still prefer Moon Rabbit. But
And
you
maybe
know,
we'll see them again later on in the final
Yeah.
zones like we did that first time. Looks like Team 2 and Team 8 were fighting outside the zone. Now we're looking at Team 6 pursue Team 5 as they push a unicorn into the zone, trying to escape. Although they're going into an area that doesn't have very much cover, especially from a hurricane, so it's an interesting push as
but
far as
maybe
where Team
because
6
the,
is
the
moving.
zone damage, yeah, the zone damage for a mecha kind of hurts more than zone damage for a pilot, because also you don't really want to lose a free point where like if a pilot decides to go to the zone and suicide, you kind of have to go after them, or you risk the risk of losing a point because they went to the zone and you didn't get the point, so like they died to zone, so it's not really your point.
The Team 6 Hurricane did a very good job right there. They saw that they were getting a little too far away from their squad, so they decided to regroup, and now they're sitting comfortably in that Ayumi castle building. Now we have
we've got
Team
an
8.
Arthur
Don't know who
1v1.
Oh, Team 2.
Yeah,
Arthur 1v1.
Team 8, the winning team from last
mind.
match, and Team 2. Oh, Neutron had to get in the mix. Actually, I think these are the two top teams from last.
No, Team 2 had that soloist Northern Knight, remember? Now he's getting a chance to fight fairly this time.
Interesting. Was it, or yeah?
Yeah, Team 2 had the Northern Knight, remember?
Right.
Oh,
yeah.
that Team 1 player. There's a Team 1 player still alive coming in from the east,
He's still
northwest side of the map, coming in hot.
he's still in the inside the zone, trying to avoid giving the point.
Fighting the good fight.
Yeah. You know what I find interesting?
What's that?
There are most of the mechas that the players are choosing are like extremes. They're not like average mecha. I mean, like it's either high mobility or high tankiness. So you've got like neutron stars, you've got Arthurs, you've got hurricanes, and then you've got like doom lights and hot steels and
Very
like,
true. Very
fire
true.
star.
Oh,
So-
and Michael.
And Michael is a mobility merchant, you know, and also Skylark is a mobility merchant. But like you never see like a Pulsar. Pulsar is a great mobility, great mobility, but it does not compare to.
Someone
to
get
some-
this man his pulsar.
Yeah, we never see a Gabriel. We've never seen a sniper. Actually, we only saw a Snow Mirage, and Snow Mirage. I feel like it's more of a DPS choice rather than a sniping choice, just because Snow Mirage does really good with the combo if you land the hits.
That Team 1 Hurricane pushing really hard. Oh, there's 2 Team 1 players still left alive. I thought they were down to that soloist. Oh, very huge fight over on Ayumi Castle, the south side, where we had Team 6 fighting some squads, Team 5's fighting Team 8 on the north side.
I'm glad my
Who's?
getting represented very fairly.
This is a very good final zone. I love this ace time fight. This is a very interesting fight to watch where you have all these squads with so much environment to work with.
Yeah, this Arthur's does not want to leave this platform because I think he's gonna struggle if he has like a fair like 1v1 versus the Neutron Star, just because Neutron Star is really good at avoiding the slashes and dealing high damage.
Especially in this area where there's so many, like, what is waist high
There's-
to Arthur?
Oh, someone took the high ground.
Team 4 and
have-
Team 7 member pushing on Team 9, looks like, over on top of Ayumi Castle, but that zone's
Yeah.
fixing to push them out. Oh, and as I was saying earlier, that Neutron Star is using the head high cover against the Arthur.
Yeah. I'm curious to see Neutron Star versus Neutron Star because that is a very long match.
There's a hot
Despite
steel
both,
moving in on that Neutron Star, despite having
Yeah.
full health.
they got destroyed. Okay, so we got Doom Lights flying. We got Firestar kind of trying to run away to avoid. Okay, someone knocked down this Neutron Star's teammate. So we've got Neutron Star
This
and
team was
Moon
one of the top
Rabbit.
finalists last round, and they already lost a member. It's gonna be
Yeah,
interesting to
this
see how
is
they
the
recover from it going
that
forward.
was the Chinese team, yeah. Okay, this is the team that won. No, that is the team that won last match. Yeah.
Oh, did you see those Team 1 players camping on top of that tower, sitting comfortably? Oh, Arthur 1v1. Looks like that might be the last member of Team 2 fighting for his life once again, poor guy. Team 8, Team 9, Team 12, Team 5, Team 2, and one member of Team 16 all pushing on this final zone over by CBD. Little tough area for people who don't have much verticality to their mech, like Arthur. Of course, you can do parkour, but that takes too much time. Yes, there we see south side's very
It would be
no one's
interesting
really
to
taking advantage
see-
of that north side building.
Wait, is that a caramel? Someone switched to caramel. That is
For
cool.
final zones, very interesting.
Yeah.
Oh,
we
that's
haven't seen a
team.
caramel last game.
That's the Team 1. They
Okay.
got that. There's your Moon Rabbit.
Yeah,
And
there's
here we
my
go,
Moon
the
Rabbit.
final fight we've been waiting for.
I love Moon Rabbit so much. He's so cute. I mean, it's just so fitting when you've got like such an adorable mecha that kind of like that takes your life away and destroys you in a very cutthroat match like this. And you kind of have to just stare at that smiling dead face. it's just beautiful.
Speaking of beautiful, very beautiful use of the Arthur's sweeping edge center point to get his blades through those little rafters as he's firing from behind cover. There we go. Team 1 moving, rotating to keep with zone and still maintain the height difference. Was that Team
No.
9 demeched in there?
Yeah, I think it was. Yep. There's only what 3. Oh, Team 12 still has 3 members. Interesting.
Team 12.
Yeah. Because I rarely see them. I always see them on like the border of the zone. So maybe that is the playstyle they prefer.
All right, as of this moment, which team do you favor to win? Like, who do you think's most likely to win this?
The winning team from last game, just because they have all of their mecha. They have
Very
all of
true,
their
very
mecha,
true.
and all of them are pretty much like almost full health. You've got a Jojo who does high explosive damage. You've got a Arthur who does very strong close range damage. So like, you've kind of covered all of your bases, and you've got the Doomlight to protect them.
Mm-hmm.
You know
Also
what?
doing very good to push this team one that's sitting up top. Got the Doomlight to back him up, and now Jojo's moving in to join the fight. He's a little far away to take advantage of his most destructive abilities, but he's still got good range to use his primary fire and that secondary fire that might knock them off. I'm so interested in Team One. They lost that player early on, and that they're still here fighting the good fight.
Yeah, I feel like we don't appreciate the graphics of this game enough, just because this is such a beautiful map, like this area.
Beautiful characters, beautiful mechs, and the lighting. Have you ever looked at the sun while in this game?
Yeah,
it's gorgeous.
It's gorgeous. Yeah, it's almost like it's very difficult to have such a beautiful game on like a mobile, and they managed to do it. Although sometimes obviously it can be a bit laggy when you have like a poor device, but like.
And all your mechs are SS. Like I remember back when the SS Neptune skin would crash other people's games, and same thing with the Trio of Enders SS skin, just because so much is going on.
No, Trio of Enders used to just crash people's games without an S.
Oh really? The fire rate?
Yeah.
Oh, Team 1 soloist Kuma. And it looks like we saw, I don't know, Team 5 maybe? I don't know, someone else lost one.
The winning team from last game lost their Doomlight, and now I think they're Arthur and they're Jojo. But okay, so we got a Caramel.
Very comfortably. Kuma's
sitting very comfortably, but he is alone. So yeah. Oh, he's not alone.
Team 2 solo is pushing in against Team 7. Team 5's got one member in there who's demagged. It's like Team 5 is probably winning it due to the lack of
I actually
loss of
prefer
health. And then Team 2 goes down.
I prefer those areas where you've got the ability of like, oh, you have players who have mechs and you've got players who are like fighting pilots, because you kind of see it's almost random who gets to win.
Here we go, very tight final fight.
Yeah, Utah.
Looks like this might be a win for 5.
Comfortably. Okay. So we've
got
a different
Team 1.
team. The Caramel.
Wow.
Okay.
Very cool, very cool. A stage. Oh, my bad.
Okay,
Very
so we got the
exciting fight.
Caramel who won, yeah.
Now let's analyze the post-match data for this game. Very fun fight. I'm so proud of Team 1 for coming back with that. The Yutong escape. I'm not sure if that was him per se, but he's still very tight final circle. 10k damage from the hot steel, very beautiful to see. An interesting amount of damage from that Skylark, but fought hard. And then
I think
damage,
he died early on.
Very few teams. There's only 2 members that broke 5 digits of damage in this top 3.
Yeah.
Very interesting fight. Congratulations to your placements. Now we can see the points and how players ranked in this round. You had Team 1 coming away with 11 points. 1 kill, but the placement's worth a lot. I believe that's
Team 3
Chinese
was also
team?
in the last. Yeah, it was also in the last roster.
Okay. Very good fights. Now let's take a moment to enjoy the players' highlights from round 2. Beautiful ending. Now with that, the stage is set for round 3. Let's see who'll take the final.
Who do you think is gonna win it?
That's such a toss-up question, man. Of course, I'm more partial to the mechs that they play than I am the Grand Belm. Grand Belm mode's coming up.
I love that.
It's a very beautiful environment to work with. I think that team that won the first one is going to make an appearance this time again. I think that they're going to come back. They're going to be like, all right, we struggled a little bit last round to make the final zone, but we're ready this time. We did it the first time. We can do it again.
Yeah,
now we
but
have
also,
one
they got
more
a lot
zone.
of points.
Yeah,
So
it's very
they're
true. The
still
18
sitting
versus
very
11
comfortably.
points. Absolutely.
And but I'm very curious to see the Chinese team that got second, I think, in the first round and third in the second round. Their total points, because this is the team that won the first round.
Of course, placement's worth so much, but then the kills, and they're always the
So what do
deciding
you
factor.
think?
It feels like.
What do you think about pilots like Rico and Kizuna Ai? Because when you see an enemy using like a Mila or like a Joanna, you kind of know their pilot skills. But with a player who's using like a Rico or a Kizuna, you don't really know what the pilot is hiding. So there's also that, like, we're running the risk of, like, what if I approach them and they're using like I don't know, like a Iori pilot skill, and they double jump over me and kill me with a Shatter Star. So like, you have to be very cautious approaching them, because you don't really know what they're hiding underneath that any choice pilot skill.
Here's the thing about that. I think for any newbie player, that's definitely something to take into consideration. But at this level of gameplay, where the players are comfortable with themselves, their weapon work, their movement, I think that if you see someone that you want to go after, you're going to go after them, you know, especially if you know to pick the fight. Because that's always the thing in these matches, is knowing which fight to run away from, when to reposition, when to rotate, when to wait for your team. So many factors that go into squad gameplay. So anytime you see a pilot that has some mystery to it, it's ultimately you to make the decision, you know?
Yeah,
because even
but
if they
also-
have a good pilot skill, it's just going to be, do I have a weapon to kill them? Do I have the opportunity to get this fight over with? Or am I going to rush in there with like a small SMG or assault rifle or something?
I don't think anyone's rushing with a small SMG.
Exactly.
But what I mean is, when you go to fight an Iori, you kind of have that, like, in your lizard brain, that idea of like, okay, this player is gonna double jump. So I'm gonna aim my crosshairs a little bit upwards to predict that double jump. But when you have a Rico and you don't know if she's carrying an Iori skill, so you don't really put that in your lizard brain, so you don't have that prediction. So maybe it catch you off guard. Oh, we have a pilot knocked down. That's a point for team 50k for the Neutron player, and we had an SSEX Neutron skin. That's
very cool skin.
Yeah. Actually,
to go back to your question, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, are you trying to get me to say pay to win?
No, of course not. But like, I mean, you can get most of these pilot skins for free. I mean, or yeah, like with the Rico, there was a limited time where you can just use chromatic tickets to get it, rather than use. And chromatic tickets are usually easier to get by than the red ones, not the blue ones. I don't know what the premium tickets are difficult to get by. Yeah, so they're easier to get by, and also Kizuna Ai, I got lucky. I got her in like 6 pulls, but so that's not pay to win. That's just skillish.
Yes, and Kizuna came with like 4 different variants, and all you needed was like 30. They've run it twice, so all you needed was like 30 chromatic tickets to be guaranteed at least one version of Kizuna.
Yeah, but also you have to take into consideration the S weapons. So
yes, exactly.
sometimes you get lucky enough to get an S weapon instead of a Kizunai, and you have to ask mom for her credit card.
Yeah. You're like, if I pay $10 right now, maybe I can get a golden shatter star.
Yeah. Or you run the risk of either a golden shatter star or a black eye, and so sometimes that's a risk you have to be willing to take to get a cute skin, especially a collaboration. See, there's many levels to this game.
Many levels.
Because
especially in squad gameplay.
Yeah. So
and it's so cool to see all the different gameplay styles come across here. You know, you have different environments in terms of your Chinese, Japanese, Asian, North American servers, but now you get to see them, how they compete with each other and stack up against each other. It's very interesting to see these Chinese versus Asian teams, because they are very interesting.
So
strategies.
which server do you
Such
think
expertise.
has the most players? I'm curious.
Most players? I feel like
Yeah.
most players is probably North America, just because the North American server harbors everyone. Like, it's not just, it's like you have your Korean server, your Japanese server, and your American server. Oh, Chinese is exclusive, right?
Yeah, Chinese is exclusive, but I think Asia server is a large, like you cannot really sleep on Asia server, because
I know my friends
got-
say that one of the servers is like dying. I'm not sure which one it was.
I think it's probably like the Korean server, but like Korean players are really good. So usually when you have like a server that is dying, only the true strong players continue to play there. And when you have strong players playing against each other constantly,
They're just gonna get better and better.
getting better and better, and they might be prime for this type of situation in which they have to face other servers.
There we go, Rack Terry back on top with that Arthur. The
So this
team
is
one
the winning team from round 1 and the winning team from round
Yeah.
2, I think.
I don't know if team 3,
Oh no,
because
actually,
Rack
this is-
Terry won the first round. Rack
Yeah,
Terry won
Rack
the
Terry
first
won the first round, but Billy won the second one. Billy, the caramel player. Yeah, I think now he's using hot steel. Yeah.
It's very interesting to see what effect these. Oh, player from team
Interesting.
1 went down.
Yeah, with a
Gonna make it tough
rainstorm
for them in the long
shotgun.
round. Rack Terry sitting comfortably with his full squad, hunting down a little Arthur. Oh, and I don't know if he got out of the awning. It's gonna be tough.
You know what I find
Cool,
really
fight.
broken about heavy rifle? You can get that random headshot, and
Oh,
it does
yeah.
128 damage, and it's also auto aim. So like and the the DPS isn't like slow. Like it's not like a shatter star where you have to like pump and then wait for like half a second and then pump again. No, it just keeps shooting auto aimed shots, and one of them can land a headshot, and at that point when you're done, you're dead. Okay, so we got an Arthur really loving the jump pad use. As cool of a mech as Neutron is, he struggles with jump pads in BR areas.
Yes,
Especially
as
in
you can
this,
see there, where he's hitting the tops of
this
those
map.
buildings, not quite clearing the top of it.
yeah, in these maps. In Origo, he does much better.
All the
Well,
ledges to hop onto.
Yeah, but I feel like Origo would be much laggier for all of these players.
Yes, I'm interested to see how these Grand Belm extra little power-ups are going to stack up in the long run, because you'll get stuff like that shield that protects you for extra damage.
I think most of the
life
players
steal.
will be using. I don't think I've seen anyone use lifesteal like unironically.
Raven, I wish. I know it might not be the most efficient for winning the game, but it still would have been cool to see some more mechs out here.
There was no Raven, but
No Raven.
honestly, I feel like Raven is a really strong mecha.
Especially
Like-
played so well.
Yeah, like the AOE, you've got, especially with Core 1, like it's you can either choose to have AOE and like get easy kills, or if you use the Swift Shot, that's very high DPS, especially if you have core 1 and like a level 3 swift shot. You know, like you're pretty much a Firefox at that point with the DPS.
Looks like we're down to 29 players.
You
in
know
this
why I
final
think
round.
Raven is not being used? Because Snow Mirage exists.
But we're not even seeing a Snow Mirage. Oh, do you think it's just out of fear? Like that you might be countered?
No. Because I think Snow Mirage is a DPS without needing core. I mean, and if you get core 2, that's even higher DPS. So like, why would I use Raven when I have a coreless DPS machine like Snow Mirage? And either way, Snow Mirage's modules like are kind of bad. So like it's almost like it doesn't matter whether or not you use modules with Snow Mirage. If you get destroyed a bunch of times, and as you know, like in this mode, it doesn't matter how many times you get destroyed. It's just about how many kills you get, how many pilot kills you get. So you can get destroyed as many times as you want. It doesn't matter. So Snow Mirage is chilling with no modules.
This Team 9's cornering Team 12. Pretty interesting enough, but the Hot Steel's tank so many shots that he might be putting himself at risk of a D-Mech if he keeps standing there while these people are launching plasma balls and homing missiles and ion cannons straight at him. Of course, the Neutron's moving in to cover up that hole where Team 12 might escape through, but at the same time, that zone is going to be closing in super shortly. And then Team 12 is probably going to be able to take advantage of that. I think Team 12 just popped the deform car. I'm able to get away over there, but now we move over to Team 11 over at Plaza Station. They've got a pretty good coverage of the area, and once again, we're seeing a fight break out over by City Hall. Of course, this area is pretty clean. Oh, there's a Team 7 Arthur running around again. I've seen this guy fighting for his life. I don't know if he's solo or not, but he's done a very good job to survive thus far. He needs to be careful because this is a tough place to get demeched in.
Yeah,
especially with an Arthur and a Moon Rabbit and a Hurricane after you.
Yeah, and you've got the river here, so but like the Hungry Cave is a great place to kind of like camp out, wait for your mecha to recharge, and then mech up as a Arthur and just run away.
Yeah, Team 12's still in there. Team 9's got a pretty good fist over their heads right now. Maybe they'll be able to figure it out. Oh, someone got D-Mech by zone. And here we are at Yume Castle, sitting up top, shooting at some Team 2 players.
You never know. Being D-Mech by zone is actually, maybe that's actually what they wanted, because maybe they're running out of mecha repairs and they want.
Surely not this early in the game. Team 12's pretty deep in zone if you look at the minimap
and
right here.
Also, see this team used the portal, so maybe they were in zone and D-Mech in zone to
That's right.
be able to use the portal.
I completely forgot about the portals and the effects that they might have on the gameplay. As the zone starts to close in, you can possibly get across the map in 1 second just by using.
Did you know that the different portals have different sounds when they're being used? So like the purple portal and the blue portal have a different sound, so you kind of can predict which one is being used at a certain point to be able to either avoid it or go after it.
Wow, I did not know that.
Yeah.
Learn something new every day when you're up here with these professional level players, and thanks to our expert panel of Satan Claws and me just casually hanging out.
I mean, I wouldn't.
Oh, they're going after the D-Mech to get Team 2 with Team 4. Well, experience is experience, and if you know something that someone else doesn't, you might as well share it.
Yeah.
Oh, Team 2 is getting rushed by a full Team 4 squad. It's a tough fight, and he's down.
I mean, you've got a 3v1, so you're struggling.
And they have code access. Let's see which one he picks.
I bet you he's gonna use the shield. Because it comes really clutch in like late game.
Ooh, does this one have life steal?
Yeah, this one has life steal.
I feel like that's a very good option for Doomlight, especially late rounds when all you have to do is fire a few shots. And maybe if you're running out of heals, like with Doomlight, that's, you know, is it?
I mean, possibly
200?
because the secondary weapon, the what's it called? The auto
turrets. The turrets. Yeah.
The turrets. Yeah, the turrets. They can just grab free health.
50 Caleb got knocked by zone.
Interesting.
Oh, the altar goes down by 50k. Post downing. Interesting fight right here. Looks like Team 11, Team 12, and Team 6 all have some members next to each other over by Yumi Castle. We got a Team 2 member over on the west side of the same map. Got some guys trying to survive, just hanging out.
Yeah.
Getting 3v1 by some mechas. It's a tough situation to be in, real tough situation.
Yeah. See, Ayumi Castle.
Ace time, here we go, but gotta be careful. Oh, it's a very... Team 11. Oh, are they gonna let that guy get away?
Oh, Boltus.
Very good placement by Team 4. Boltus, I love seeing a
Boltus?
Boltus. I love seeing a Boltus.
Boltus
I don't think I've seen it thus far, but this is a very good placement and very interesting strategy because all you have to do is come down from there, and you're kind of in a different situation than just standing up on top of something sniping with the Boltus, you know?
Yeah. You know what I find interesting about Boltus is you can really take down multiple teams if you're...
Absolutely, especially with Core 1.
Yeah. Actually, they changed recently the different cores what they do with Boltus. I think they changed it after season 15. So core, so just no core Boltus can the secondary weapon can target can get multiple people, multiple mecha. But core 1 Boltus, I think it's if you dash, you cause anyone near you to have an extra lightning mark on you, and also it does damage, something like that. But yeah, like if you keep getting free lightning marks on multiple teams maybe, then that's a good situation to be in.
Team 4 Doomlight might have sold it for his team by saying they're trying to get the revive with that zone closing in. I know it's the right thing to do, but sometimes it's not the right way to win.
So we've got...
Oh, it looks like Alter got picked back up by his teammates, Team 9 and Team 11 in a fight up here.
Okay, Arthur 1v1, but one Arthur had a head start.
He says, I'm not sticking around for this. Team 11, all 3 players chasing after him.
This ain't
Looks
a
like
fair
Team
fight.
9 second member is getting crushed out in the river. Yeah, this ain't a fair fight at all. 3v1s, 3v1s.
Yeah.
Even if you have a full squad and they separate you like that, it's a tough fight to come back from. Oh, poor guy. Yeah, that's the Doomlight that tried to save his teammates.
This is kind of a vicious mode where you don't really have to be able to be the best player. You have to have the best teamwork. So the best player could easily get 0 points just because if your team doesn't know what you're doing, and the other teams do know what their teammates are doing, then you're kind of in a very tough spot. So teamwork matters a lot in these types of situations.
As we get into the top 10, here we are, final Battle Royale match. All these players know what's on the line. They're fighting very hard. Looks like Team 8 and Team 11 have their full squads available to them. So maybe they'll be able to come away with an easy victory if they're able to mop up these last few players quickly.
See, did you see how much damage Moon Rabbit does on a pilot?
I'm sorry you didn't get to see a Pulsar this match, buddy.
I love Moon Rabbit. No, it's okay. Pulsar match, as long as my Moon Rabbit gets to represent, I'm chilling. It's a very cute
I've had my good share of Arthur representation out here.
Yeah. We have a basic skin Arthur versus an SSEX Arthur.
Player 11, team from player from Team 11 looking at that. Team 9 Arthur said, please just let me heal, bro. He said no. Oh, there's Ragterry getting teamed up on. It looks like Team 11's finally fighting Team 8 on top of this.
He tried to go after the Moon Rabbit, and the Moon Rabbit said, I'm out of here, and I'm taking some of your damage. Okay, so this player is actually using fuel magic. So
that makes sense.
because for an Arthur it does make sense. I'm surprised I actually didn't get to see too many shields. I thought everyone would be using shields because it would be...
I feel like a lot of players got mopped up early on and up in the fight. Like for now, or for example, you already have your 2 squads.
Okay, so this player is using
this is
shield
a
by already.
soloist. That guy was a soloist.
Yeah.
Ooh, Team 11's going down. What did I say? Looks like Ragterry's gonna come up with it. Or Team 8. I'm not gonna call the whole team Ragterry.
He's the best. He's the Arthur player. He's the best player.
No, he's the only one that I can read, bro.
So team, the only player left is Team 11 who's stuck in zone. Poor guy.
Congratulations, guys. That was a fantastic ending. And that concludes our battle royale portion of this segment. And with that, we had some very interesting fights, very cool fights. And now let's analyze the post-match data for this game. Maybe you'll have some comments on the interesting numbers that they put up this time. Look at that! Look at that damage.
Yeah.
Right, Terry. Yeah, that Doomlight.
Also,
that Doomlight damage
Asia
is pretty
team,
good.
The second Asia team also is here, who was also in the first top 3.
Yes. The Asian server,
Everybody-
Chinese server, and Japanese server had very good representation in the top 3. Fantastic. And now here we
another
are. We can see
18
the points and
points.
how players are ranked in this round.
Another 18 points. That's insane. So they've got 36 points now.
Very good placement, very good scores. Now let's take a moment to enjoy the players' highlights from the previous round. And with that, the final rankings have been revealed. We can see that the team securing the 3rd place in Battle Royale was the Chinese team. Taking the 2nd spot was the Asian team, and 1st spot was Japanese team. Very impressive scores.
So the Chinese team actually added up their points because of the first 2 rounds. So that's why they're up there. And the Asian team represent with the 2nd place. But Japan has some really great players.
Yes,
I'm
that's
surprised
just
to see-
that's an almost 2 times difference from 1st to 2nd place. You know, 41 to 24.
Rack Terry having 2 first place finishes. It's he
Yeah.
can't really do
So
much about it.
impressive. Very
Yeah.
clean. Very good fights, very good fights. Now here are your winners for today. Congratulations, guys. You did fantastic. You showed us why you deserved that win, and you showed us why you deserve that reward. So what do you think of that Battle Royale portion?
I think I like Battle Royale. I think a lot of it comes to luck though. The luck of yeah. So
Yes, I do
I
agree.
like.
Here's the teams for the next portion of our fights.
Yeah, so we've got Team A with Bleebly, the winner from the second round of the BR. We've got Saber from Asia. We've got the second player, I think it's a Chinese player using Vita. So we've got Slayer, and we've got, this is the winner from the team that won the BR, one of the players from that team.
Caramel, Michael, Axar, Northern Knight, and JoJo. Very interesting combination if they go these mechs during Train Rush.
Yep, and we've got here a bunch of players. The third one is also an Asia player, great player. He was one of the the third place finish. He got the the second or the third place finish for the BR portion. So I've got Dreadwolf, Doomlight, Jojo, Voltus, and Neutron Star. I'm very curious to see if we're gonna actually have a Dreadwolf. Okay, so what do you think about Train Rush? Can you run me through the
It'll
rules,
be
or should
very-
I?
You can go through the rules, but with that, the fourth match of the exhibition, Train Rush, we're ready to go.
So the rules of Train Rush is so at first you're either defending the train and you have to get it to a certain point, and then at that point that's the percentage to beat. So if you're able to prevent the other team from reaching that percentage, then you've won the match. So it's almost like TDM, but like points do matter in the speed of the train, but also you have to be within the range of the train to either speed it up or slow it down. It's not my favorite mode, just because it's interesting. I mean, like I've never seen something like this before, and it's interesting to be seen in competitive play. So, because we're used to the TDM matches in competitive play, but Train Rush is different for sure. So, what do you think about 2 Doom Lights on each team?
I think it's very campy. You have to get them into the zone, then you have to hold it. I don't know if they do enough close range damage.
I mean,
While like shield dancing. Hold on, let me finish. While utilizing their shield, right? Because even though they might be on the train, they're still gonna have to face the enemy squad. And so I don't know if you can really defend yourself from enough angles to justify 2 Doom Lights. Maybe 1, but I think 2 might be a bit too much.
But that's really like the point of it is not to defend yourself. It's really to just be within the zone of the train.
Yeah.
So it's points matter less than actually being inside the zone of the train to be able to speed it up or slow it down.
I feel like Northern Knight was a better campy choice for being inside the zone.
I don't see Northern Knight as being too campy, just because with
I
Northern
mean
Knight,
for the zone. You know, you're trying to take and hold that zone. So I feel like with Doomlight, it's just spawn reasonably far back.
yeah,
So getting
but,
back into the fight might be an issue. You know,
but-
2 Doom Lights.
but
too
with
much.
Doom Lights, when you have 2 Doom Lights, they can alternate shields. So when they alternate shields, they're protecting each other, and also they're doing massive amounts of damage. And it's almost like it's a good game plan when you have 2 Doom Lights, each of them protects the other, and it's almost like, you know, when you have an Alborada and 2 Alboradas, and they're each giving each other shields.
Well, I mean, if
they're doing-
anyone's going to be able to do a rotation like that with teamwork like that, it's definitely going to be some of these professional squads that we're going to see here today. You know.
So what is your favorite like non-BR mode?
Pilot infantry rush.
Yeah, that is a good mode. You know, have you played during April Fools, the Merfolk battle?
Bro, hold on. About the April Fool's event from like a few years ago, I
No,
have
not from a few
screenshots
years ago.
from when I did
This-
20 million damage, and I still toss that screenshot around just as a joke.
No, did you see the one that they did recently this year?
No, I didn't.
Oh, they did an April Fool's event this year, where it's TDM but like with like the stats of every mecha like busted. Like, so you have like for example, like Hurricane speeds up. The speed is like increased by 200%, or like you've got like Hot Steel has increased duration by like 300%. So like you've got a Hot Steel was like 120,000 or like 12,000 duration, something like that. And then you have to take down the Hot Steel. So, but my favorites obviously Moon Rabbit. The buff that Moon Rabbit got was a damage buff, and the damage, and because you know Moon Rabbit has pretty good mobility already. So it doesn't really need that much increased mobility. So it got a damage buff and a duration buff. So I did like, I think it's like 140,000.
Wow, very good performance by Team 2.
Okay, so they reached the card 80%. So this is the point to beat, really. So if they can beat 80%, then they're winning. But 80% is a difficult task to achieve.
Hey, right now I bet Team 1's thinking if they can do it, we can do it too. And we'll see how these mechs match up against each other. There's a Firestar and Neutron Star so far. Firestar's playing offense. They got a good security on the train right now. Full squad's moving forward. Straight down mid. Interesting strategy. Oh, there you go. 50 caliber's kind of pushing up the left side.
Firestar is a really good option just because of the, like you can cover attack, like fighting many mecha at once. So like you can really get people off you and off the train with that big amount of damage. Also, an SSEX Firestar with like the fire shining can really mess up your aim as well.
There you go. There's that first clash. Oh, and they're stopping the train.
So do you know what
Very good plays by Team 2.
Do you know what the thing on the right does with like the Mecha logo and the X on it?
That gives you small abilities, right? That might contribute in a huge way. Like you can straight up, oh, not small abilities, but huge abilities where you can possibly stop the train for up to, I think 5 seconds, was it?
Yep, yeah, you can stop the train, or you can speed up the train, or you can, like, I think give shield to anyone who is near the train, like from your team or something like that. So those are really good abilities to be able to do in this.
Possible game changers if used correctly. Oh, is that a JoJo? Very good mecha selection.
So do you think if you had such an ability, would you use it right away, or would you wait? Is there like a right moment to use it?
I think it'd be good to communicate with your squad so that we could have like 3 players who spam it as much as possible, and then 2 players that maybe save it for key moments, who know a little more tactical battle knowledge and have good awareness of the situations at hand. That way you can fully maximize the abilities that are given to you.
If you spam it together, that doesn't matter, because like let's say you stop the train for 5 seconds. If 3 players stop the train for 5 seconds at the same time, you're still stopping the train for 5 seconds.
Oh, no, I mean, like, you stop it, you add the debuffs, you add the buffs, like...
So, but, you see, these teams are chosen randomly, so...
Exactly.
So, like, and they all speak different languages, so...
Yeah.
So, like,
okay. So, in the context of this specific situation, I do think it's better for everyone to just spam it.
Yeah, but, like, what if... Do you think everyone gets the same, like, timing of that ability, like, or is that?
I believe they're based on
how
damage dealt, right?
I'm not quite sure.
Me neither. Ooh, Mila,
there's
very
so
funny.
many
Oh,
things.
taking advantage of that Mila pilot size. Wow.
What do you think about Mila's
Team 1 is
times?
steamrolling right now with that train. Team
What do you
2's
think?
put it back together to stop it real quick.
Oh wow, this player is using his dodges very efficiently to avoid the Doom Light. And now he's coming in with a Firestar, getting multiple players, multiple.
Two
mechas.
hot steals, very interesting.
Yeah, I think it's really about
There's Mila.
thickness.
Very good gameplay. Very good gameplay. I liked seeing how they used all the factors together. You know, it was
Yeah.
very interesting to
There's a
see how
lot
they
of
played off each
tanking
other's
Mecha.
skills and abilities. Yeah, and I like the JoJo. That was a very smart strategy. So we have here the team on the right, the one that won. And let's congratulate them.
So
Now, this was a one-round elimination round, so they won 500 crystals for that, which I'm sure they're all very excited about to spend on their favorite skins and items in their favorite game. Congratulations, guys.
the JoJo player you were talking about is the one that carried it. He's a player from Asia, represent.
This was obviously the MVP. Using JoJo's performance in this match was truly outstanding. Congratulations once again on winning the MVP. I wonder if your team could have done it without you. To the team that didn't come out on top, don't be discouraged. There's always next time, next year, next event. There's a Winter Cup coming up in about 4 or 5 months, so be excited for that. Maybe get a little more practice in so that way you'll be able to come out on top really quickly. Now, with our MVP standing in front of us, let's take a look at the other highlights that the players had to put up for us today.
Okay, so we've got
That
some
wraps it up for
really,
today.
really cool games. The Battle Royale games and the Train Rush. We don't really see that much Train Rush, but I'm excited to see more of it because it's like you don't really know much about it, and especially when you have random teams. You have random teams, so you've got like many players. None of them speak the same language, and well, like maybe a few do, but like
They just gotta use hand signals.
yeah, in game, yeah, they have to emote.
Yeah, but anyways, that was a very exciting match from everyone. We're thankful everyone who could come out was interested in the Summer Cup. If you didn't make it this time, just remember there's some weekend matches that you can qualify for to eventually get into these gameplays. And with that, we'd like to thank everyone, the community, the developers for putting this all together for us. We appreciate everything. Our entertaining matches have been a very joyful experience, and we're glad to share with you. The players brought us some fantastic gameplay. We hope everyone out there enjoys watching and can feel the summertime joy that Super Mecha Champions brought us today. That's it for the end of the 2023 Summer Tournament Championship. A heartfelt thank you to all the pilots out there who make this possible and all the players who play the game. Thank you. And meanwhile, please stay tuned for other events and competition in Super Mecha Champions. Thank you for joining us at the Super Mecha Champions Summer Party 2023. Pilot your glorious journey, and see you next time.
Daily Claws out. See you next time.